We're back again here on Falcons Daily. It's Thursday, and we are one day closer to game day. I am CG. I'm your host, Craig Green, and we're back again here to chop it up and preview this Sunday's football game. Looking around at the injury report, we did see some players to keep an eye on. We were looking here at the Falcons injury report, and we saw a couple of names that you would see on there as well. No one who, we did have two players who didn't participate, DeMarco Hellams and Jack Nelson, hamstring and a calf respectively. Doesn't mean they won't play, just means that they weren't on the practice field on Wednesday. We had a couple of players who are limited. Nobody who was listed on the injury report had to worry about full participation. Everyone else is pretty much healthy. On the other side, for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I had to keep an eye on some players there as well. Chris Godwin, Hassan Reddick, Vita Vea, Tristan Wirfs all did not practice on Wednesday. Hassan Reddick was a personal day, and the other players that we mentioned are all working their way back from injury. So we'll see how it progresses for the Buccaneers. Again, Godwin not expected to play Week 1, but we'll find out as things progress during the week. So we'll look at all that as time moves on. But again, it's only Wednesday, so nothing really to be concerned about. If you see a Falcon not participating in practice, I'll be more worried. If Friday comes or the end of today and they still haven't practiced, there's a DNP next to their name, then the likelihood of them suiting up on Sunday is a little less than normal. Looking at the Buccaneers offense and looking at some of the players they've got here on their depth chart who they've listed, they've got some weapons. I mean, we talked, yesterday about Baker Mayfield and his prowess throwing the football. 69 touchdowns in the regular season for Baker Mayfield since he joined the Bucs in 2023. That's the most in the NFL. He knows how to find his guys. He's got a couple of weapons out there. Again, Chris Godwin not expected to play. Emeka Egbuka is going to step up in his spot. He's got some weapons on offense, and especially in the running game as well, too. I mean, he's got Rashad White and also Bucky Irving. The rookie Bucky Irving, a second-year player now, had a really good rookie season for Tampa Bay. But again, you got two good pass catchers in the backfield. You've also got, again, Egbuka, who is an electric player in college, a rookie they're really excited about. Cade Otton, a very serviceable tight end. Behind Chris Godwin, they still got Sterling Shepard, who is a capable veteran wide receiver. And also, they're pretty excited about Cameron Johnson as well. So they've got some weapons. And looking at their offensive line, again, Tristan Wirfs, Ben Bredesen, Graham Barton, the center from Duke, Cody Mauch, and Luke Goedeke, who just signed an extension for the Bucs. How can the Falcons slow down these offensive players? I mean, when it comes to passing plays, I'm a big proponent of putting your hands on these guys within the 5-yard limit. You get 5 yards to touch some of these skill players before it's an illegal contact. So if you're out there on the perimeter and you're guarding, if you're AJ Terrell, Clark Phillips, Billy Bowman, whoever, get up close, get tight, jam them. Don't let them get a free release. That's the number one key. And the other key also, for the Falcons, if you're going to slow down the Bucs offense, I mean, you got to slow down the run game. You've got to keep Baker in the pocket, set the edges well with our D ends. It's going to take everybody to do, you hear the 111th thing a lot. It's going to take the 111th to get it done. But those are some ways you can slow them down. I mean, you want to try to make any team you play really one-dimensional. I mean, Baker is only going to run every once in a while. He's not a running quarterback per se, but he has the capability of doing it. So if you can put it all on his shoulders and take away the run game, especially the passing attack of the running backs coming out of the backfield. If you can, set the edge well, guys like Zach Harrison or even Leonard Floyd out there, if he's going to be out there on first and second down. If you can set the edge and keep those guys moving east and west instead of north and south, I think it's one really good way to slow them down. Also red zone. If you want to slow down the Bucs offense, when they get in the red zone, Got to shut them down. Tight man-to-man coverage. Those are some of the things we need to see. Pressure on Mayfield. Got to win up front. Got to win that line of scrimmage. If we can do that, if we can get the push up front from our big uglies and get past their offensive line a little bit, make Baker hold the ball a half a second longer. You never know. Jalen Walker or Arnold Ebiketie or Leonard Floyd or heck, even Caden Ellis can come across and get a sack, and we would like some of the things that we're seeing. But again, it's going to take a team effort to do all that. We did beat the Bucs twice last year, so again, they're going to be looking to get their face back. It's not going to be the same as it was last year. It's a brand new team on each side, so intriguing to see how we'll come out week one. Also, looking at the Buccaneers defense, if we want to attack them, looking around at some of the guys on their depth chart that they've listed here defensively, they have, a couple of really, top tier players. Vita Vea, one of them, Levante David, the ageless one. Still patrolling the middle for the Tampa Bay Bucs. Again, Hassan Reddick, the edge rusher, coming off the edge. Outside linebackers, their corners are pretty good. Jamel Dean, Zion McCollum. Of course, you got Antoine Winfield, who is a really good safety in this league. Kalijah Cansey over the middle, a run stuffer. So these are guys that the Falcons will have to account for. How do you attack the Buccaneers defense? I think it's going to take trying to, really it's going to start pre-snap. It's going to start with Penix dissecting the defense. Maybe if they have any plays where he can check in and out of things, all the pre-snap stuff is where it's going to start. Obviously, we need our 5 guys up front to get good push and create that pocket for Penix to pass the ball if he's going to be looking downfield. If it's a run play, remember, we ran a lot from the right side, about 57% of the plays we ran from the right-hand side. So will that trend continue now that Elijah Wilkerson is the right tackle, or will we switch it up some? Only time will tell. But I think it's going to take a good mix of run and pass. Play action would be something that we could use also. Suck them in, trying to bite on Bijan, and then maybe find Pitts over the middle, Ray McCloud crossing routes. I think those are some ways you can attack those guys. Again, you got Levante David in the middle, Hassan Reddick. They're capable players, but they're also on the older side. So if you can get those 2 players out of position, again, with some play fakes or something similar right there, I think it may be harder for them to get back and recover in coverage. Again, they've got a little bit more tread on the tires than some of the other guys on the field, like a Yaya Diaby, who's a little bit younger. All right, y'all. Want to see you guys continue to rise up and sign off in the comments. We got a couple. We'll got a couple here that I'm going to look at. First of which, we were talking about Mooney yesterday, Darnell Mooney, if he can play, not play. Let's see. First comment, Samuel Davis, 1524. Casey Washington will be the one who steps up if Mooney cannot go. Casey is faster and hungrier. Robert Woods is washed up. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But, the Pittsburgh Steelers, a team that has 21 consecutive winning seasons, and our old head coach, Arthur Smith, the offensive coordinator, and a head coach, Mike Tomlin, who does nothing but win. They wanted to bring him in and take a look. So because we pull for a team that is not used to winning, a franchise that doesn't win very often. We haven't been to the playoffs in 7 years. I'm not going to question the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just not. Next, we got one here from, it's also on Darnell Mooney. This one's from Tommy V 1477. Don't need Mooney game 1. We have Casey Washington. You saying we need another one just tells me you need to watch Casey college film. Ra literally said Casey is filling in for Mooney and Penix already has chemistry with him. Do your homework before you speak. Friend, just so you know, on Wednesday, Darnell Mooney practiced. He was a limited participant in practice. So if Darnell Mooney does not play, then yes, Casey Washington will be the one to step up in his absence. But again, Darnell Mooney was not ruled out. He returned to practice earlier in the week. So you may want to do your homework, friend, and make sure that we're taking a look at that injury report and see who's there and who's not. But again, we'll see if Mooney plays. If he doesn't, Yeah, maybe it'll be Casey Washington. Maybe Kyle Pitts will take a bulk of the targets. Who knows? Could be Ray McLeod who gets more of the targets as well. I mean, we could see even some plays called for Jamal Agnew. I know he's listed as, one of our special teamers to return punts and kicks for us, but he is listed on the depth chart as the second slot receiver behind Ray. So, you know, they want multiple things on defense. Why not have multiple players who are multiple on offense as well? Well, time will tell. We'll see. Let's take a look at today's injury report when that releases later on today, and we'll see if Mooney's on it, if he's a limited participant, if he's a full participant, or if he doesn't participate. Again, right now, because he participated on a Wednesday, that means he's trending up to play on Sunday. If he wasn't going to play Sunday, most likely you wouldn't see him practice yesterday or today. So we'll keep our eyes on it and we'll see what happens going forward. But again, appreciate all y'all chiming in the comments, Tommy V and also Samuel Davis. I appreciate your passion for Falcons football. And we'll be back tomorrow with some more. And we're going to give you keys to victory for the Falcons to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You already know how I felt about the win or the loss on that one as well. I had the Falcons winning the game over Tampa Bay that week, so we won't even bother you with a prediction. We'll just let you know how the Falcons are going to get it done on Falcons Friday. And until then, we will see you tomorrow. Make sure you give FanArchCo a follow, FANARCHCO. And if you'd like to give me a follow on social media, I'm at Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G, and the word sports. See you tomorrow with more Falcons Daily. I'm CG. We'll holla at ya.